You get up, you do what you're supposed to do, you show up to work, you answer the texts, you stay on top of things. You even laugh when people crack jokes, and no one would guess you've been running on empty for months. You've built a routine so solid that no one questions you. And that's the thing. You're too reliable to raise concern, too disciplined to fall apart. But man, you feel it. That ache that follows you everywhere. Not sharp, just heavy. Like something is pressing down on your chest, but you've gotten good at ignoring it. You don't call it depression because it doesn't look like the version you've seen in movies. You're not crying in a dark room. You're not curled up in bed. You're performing, achieving, hitting deadlines, lifting weights, making people proud. But it's there, the nothingness, the fog, the way music doesn't hit the same, the way food tastes like filler, the way your mind drifts in conversations. You laugh, but it doesn't reach your eyes. You're not sad, not really. You're just not anything. And somehow, that feels worse. You tell yourself you're just tired, that maybe you need a vacation, that maybe it'll pass, but it's been months and you still feel like you're pretending to be alive. You go to the gym not because it's helping, but because it's the only place you can feel something burn. You work because it's the one thing you can control. You isolate not because you hate people, but because it's exhausting to keep faking joy. No one knows, because you've made sure they don't. You've been trained to hold it together, to be strong, to not complain. And honestly, you don't even know what you'd say if someone asked how you're really doing. What would you even call this? Sadness with a schedule? Depression in disguise? Some people wear their pain on their sleeves. Yours is stitched into your habits, into the way you clean your space just to feel less chaotic, into the way you show up early to things because you're afraid of being a burden, into the way you never ask for help because part of you believes you're not allowed to struggle. Not you. You're the one who gets it done. But here's something you've probably never said out loud. You don't know how much longer you can keep doing this. The pretending, the pushing, the waking up with a lump in your throat and calling it discipline. You've been white-knuckling your way through life for so long, you forgot what it feels like to breathe without tension. You forgot what it's like to just be, without proving something. Sometimes you wonder if anyone would notice if you disappeared for a while. Not in a dramatic way, just gone, unavailable, offline, out of reach. Sometimes you crave that silence, not because you want to end things, but because you want a break from carrying things. And yet, you keep going, because that's what you've always done. You power through, you put your head down, you remind yourself that other people have it worse, that you should be grateful, that you're lucky to even have a job, a roof, a body that works. So you swallow the ache and keep moving, like you always have. But maybe you've outgrown surviving. Maybe there's a part of you that's tired of being impressive and just wants to be human. Maybe you're starting to realize that being numb isn't the same as being strong. That discipline, without emotion, starts to look a lot like decay. The truth is, you've been loyal to a version of yourself that doesn't even feel real anymore. The guy who gets it all done, who never drops the ball, who keeps his chin up. But underneath that, there's a boy who never really got to say he was hurting, who learned that emotion made people uncomfortable, so he became a machine. And here's the part nobody tells you. You can be high-functioning and still be lost. You can be doing everything right and still feel empty. That's not failure. That's a sign you've been carrying more than your share. I'm not here to fix you. I don't think you need fixing. I just want you to know. I see you. In the way you hold it all together. In the way you're still standing, even though you haven't felt solid in a while. You've been strong in all the ways the world claps for. But the strength I'm talking about is different. It's the strength to be honest, to say, I don't feel okay without apology, to stop performing and just breathe, to let the world see you not at your best, but as you are. Somewhere along the way, someone taught you that you're only lovable when you're useful. But man, even if you did nothing else for anyone ever again, your existence would still be enough. You don't have to fall apart, but you don't have to pretend either. And maybe that's what healing starts to look like. Not joy, not light, but the slow undoing of everything you never said.